New Jersey susceptible to a problem in the fall that we've been worried about with the flu coming?
Yeah, listen,
everything?
we've come a long way, Joe, but our numbers are up. There's no question about it. Over the past several weeks, you know, we're regularly 700 to just under 1,000 cases, new positives every day. There are hot spots, so I can't say that it's everywhere, but there's a fair amount of community spread. And there's a developing consensus that, and I'll quote Bob Redfield at the CDC, that the town square is actually in reasonably good shape in the sense that in public, when folks are going out, whether it's to dining or gatherings, that for the most part, folks are doing the right thing. But it's in homes, it's in our private lives, it's in congregate living, it's in frat houses, it's where you're inside and you got a lot of people living close to each other, and some amount of fatigue setting in. That's where our challenge is right now. So we have got to stay on that bullhorn of social distancing, face coverings, washing your hands with soap and water. And if you're either not feeling well or you've been exposed to somebody, take yourself off the field and self-quarantine and get tested.
Beck.
WHO has come out and said that governments really shouldn't be using shutdowns as a first line of defense anymore. Do you think we will go back to shutdowns of schools, shutdowns of businesses, shutdowns of restaurants and bars again, even in isolated places in the state?
Becky, I hope not. I think we're less likely, and please God that this is the case, we're less likely to use blunt instruments that we used in March and April when we shut the garage doors down and everything, and much more likely to use a scalpel and go into a particular community or a particular, for instance, higher education has been a challenge. So we've plussed up contact tracers, testing capacities into some communities, into the higher ed community. So I sure as heck hope if we're taking action that it's that scalpel as opposed to the blunt instruments that we were using in the spring.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.